This then brings us to the complementary process in which you would have an atom in the gas phase actually gain an electron. And so it turns out that some elements can be given an electron. This results in some amount of energy that is associated with the formation of the anion in the gas phase. So here we have a chlorine atom that is gaining an electron to form chloride. We're going and forming a stable anion that is got a closed noble gas electron configuration. So shown here is the electron configuration in an orbital diagram for a chlorine atom, a neutral chlorine atom. You'll notice that there is a possibility of 6 electrons in the p subshell, the 3p, but in fact chlorine only has 5. And so if we were to add an additional electron, that would then result in a closed third shell where all of the electrons are spin paired. It turns out then that this then has a noble gas configuration of argon. Shown here is some data for the electron affinities of the various main group elements. In general, the electron affinities are negative with a few exceptions. This is generally true because the negative ions of most of the nonmetals are more stable than the neutral atoms themselves. The major exceptions being the noble gases, which are positive values because you would, to put an electron into this atom, you would have to go to the next higher shell, and of course all the noble gases have closed valence shells. You can generally see that there is a trend of becoming more and more negative as you go from left to right within a period, and a decrease in the electron affinity as you go from top to bottom within a group. So basically fluorine has the greatest affinity to form a negative ion, and in general the metals have low electron affinities. And finally, we have the concept of metallic character. All right. Generally, the metallic properties of elements are associated with the conductivity of the metals and the ability to conduct electricity. Turns out that the farther the valence electrons are from the nucleus, generally the more easily the electrons are shared with other metals, and therefore they tend to not be attracted to any one particular nuclei, and therefore can tend to conduct electricity very well. Generally, the metallic properties of the elements increase as you go down a group. This corresponds very well with the size. And then also the metallic character decreases as you go from left to right. This corresponds very well with the fact that the metals tend to be on the left-hand side of the periodic table, whereas the nonmetals are in the upper right-hand